1212 was a podcast. 1212 was a podcast. Season 4, episode 5. We're back in the building. What's going down, fellas? How y'all doing?
What up?
What
What
up? What
up?
up?
Shout out my guy.
Ron got on his
Ozone.
he's got on his executive voice. You must have just got out of a meeting or something like that, huh?
Two of them. Two of them.
He got that Zoom voice on.
Yeah, he got that
this,
Zoom,
we just chopping it, B. We making it happen.
the Zoom vibe.
Yeah, shout out always available. Hashtag she were Eddie.
What up?
And don't charge Abdul.
What up? What up? We're back, baby. What's a podcast?
Yeah, man. Season 4, episode 4. Do remember you can listen to all of our previous episodes at whatsapodcast.live. You can also look at the videos, youtube.com/whatsapodcast. We get a lot of good video followers. Shout out to everybody who watches the episodes every week. We absolutely appreciate y'all for that. And yeah, man, I mean, we're back. There's a lot going on this week. I know today there was a lot of different opportunities that were existing on the internet. First and foremost, that the paste print. There was a what was it? It was
we going there? Okay.
Yeah, we're going there. There was a set of 4 Basquiat paintings that were for sale.
Yeah.
The lot was $200,000 for all 4. It was out of an edition of 85. So obviously, you know what I'm saying, you got 1 of 85, 2 of 85, 13, whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
Price was set at $200K, which I thought was just stellar. $50K for a Basquiat is a steal, realistically speaking. I know I put together a little squad, man. We tried to make it happen, but it didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? But
You didn't hit the 200K, or you just didn't get it.
We just didn't get it.
You didn't get it in time.
Yeah, I mean,
Do you have to spend $200K?
Yeah,
the
the set
way-
is
You
$200K.
have to buy the set.
we were
you
going
try
for
to-
the
you gotta buy
set.
the
Yeah,
set.
Okay.
our goal was the set. So I mean, but shout out to obviously our guy $1 Billion. You know what I'm saying? I spoke to him today.
Lex
and,
Diamonds?
Yeah,
He hit on him?
Nah, he did. I haven't spoken to him since, so I don't think he did. But I just wanted to shout him out because it was just a positive sort of energy that he put out there when it
Yeah.
came to this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sharing a lot of information and just being a sort of responsible individual when it came to something like this. Like
Entrepreneur.
Lex just I like his entrepreneurial spirit. There's another dude. I think you guys know him from DC, Miles.
Mhm.
I don't know Miles' last name, but his name is King Miles III on Instagram. And he used to be like a party promoter. He used to own Smith Commons and Smith Public Trust. But
Okay.
every Sunday on his Instagram, he shows you the process of him remodeling houses that he's either flipping or even the house that he lives in.
Yep.
And so
Okay.
he's been doing it for.
I need to tap in on that because I don't want to
Oh.
see that.
No. If you go to his gram now, all those highlights are the
Yeah.
houses that are the house that he
All the projects.
the projects that he did over pandemic. And I mean, when it's detailed,
Wow.
I mean, he does about a minute and a half worth on the gram, which obviously, you know, is little stories that's a good amount of. But he's
Mhm.
explaining
for
things.
sure.
He's inserting video clips. You know what I'm saying? He's explaining to you the importance of owning real estate and just learning the process. He's tagging his teams, the people that he uses, very very minority based teams that he's using.
Yeah.
And,
Okay.
it's just super dope to see. So I suggest anybody follow my guy King Miles III. He was always super good to me. I DJ'd a bunch of parties for him, Austin, DC, and it's just that those two guys were just on my mind heavy because of just the sort of like the awesomeness that they're doing. Seeing people our age really put things into play that are of value across the board. You know what I'm saying? So obviously, what's a podcast? Season 4, episode 4. Shout out to our guy Imran with the Biggie Metro cards.
Did they
You know
come
what I'm
in?
saying? I haven't checked my mail in days, so I don't know. I usually don't check my mail for a long time. But just
Okay.
the thought, and I know the effort was crazy. Like I said, I tried to get my people to do it. She couldn't get it done for me, so Imran
right.
said he got us. You know what I mean?
Nice,
It'll be
he
here when
got
it's
us.
supposed.
Good luck.
It'll be here when it's supposed to be here. You know what I mean?
But
So-
back to these Basquiat prints, man. You know, I do wish there was a chance for me to grab one of those, but yeah, I don't know. 200K. You know, I think that would have been the right way to do it. Is go in as a collective, and everybody pool their money together, and so that way you're able to afford it. But let me ask you this: if you got a Basquiat print, what are you doing with it?
It's in the
Keeping it.
house.
Keeping it.
You framing it, or you're
100%.
you're gonna
Yeah,
keep it for the flip?
No, I'm not flipping it.
it's
That's
in
a
the house.
that's a down the road flip.
Okay, all right.
You know.
I wonder if you know what? One day we need to get our guy Sauce on the podcast, man. He's a big
Hell
local
yeah.
art collector. Has been doing it for a really, really long time. If you guys don't know Sauce, he's also one of the members of the museum family. Look him up on Instagram. Steal Something, I'll Buy It is his name on Instagram, which is, to me, top 5 Instagram names.
For sure.
What do y'all think?
Probably
Steal
one of the
Something,
best-
I'll Buy It.
One of the best
names
Instagrams
ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
It's solid.
it's applied. It's applied to all of our names. I mean, all of
Anything.
our lives. Yeah, and you know we've all been there, dog. You got the hookup. You got something. Just go grab
I'll
it.
buy it. Yeah,
I'll
I'll buy
take it
it.
off of you.
I'll buy
I'll take it
anything
off
for
of
a
you.
deal.
I don't care what it
Anything
is.
for a deal. Yeah.
Socks, white tees,
I'm buying it.
DVDs, art, Basquiat's. Yo, steal it. I'll buy it.
No doubt.
So,
Well, I think it speaks to,
And he will.
but I think it
yes, he
speaks
will.
to, I think it speaks to, just people's responsibility shifting. You know what I'm saying, and just looking at the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying. I agree, and I was, you know, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that stuff later because we'll talk
Okay.
about that later. We'll talk about that later. Like we'll talk about that later. Nevertheless,
Let's,
season 4.
let's talk about that later.
Yeah, because
I was actually.
you guys
in
are
New York.
you guys are really nice guys. All I'm gonna say, but we're gonna keep that moving. Let's keep that
Of course,
moving.
I've always been a nice guy.
I mean, cool. Sometimes to a fault, but we'll keep that moving. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So,
I did actually get a chance to see the Basquiat exhibit in New York in person. My wife had gotten us tickets to the exhibit on Thursday, and you know, so it was a last minute trip. We were able to get sitters and leave the kids with family members for the night, and we shot up there on Thursday. Got to see the exhibit, and you know, got there early enough where we hung out in Soho for a little bit. I went to the ALD store for the first time. Shout out to my man Scrams, who I just happened to run into outside, and you know, he was able to walk us through and go to the cafe, get some treats and some coffee, and hang out and chill outside on the little tables they have set up. But ALD is different, bro. They have a line to get into the store just to
All
even
day
get into
long.
the cafe all fucking day long. I've never seen anything like. I mean, I have. I'm lying. I've seen it at Supreme, obviously,
But not every day.
not. Apparently, there is a line there.
That's what I'm saying.
every
Supreme does
single
not have
day.
a line every day.
But you can't even, people wait in line to get to the cafe. You can't go in through the other door if you just want to get coffee. You got to wait in line with the people that are waiting to go into the store.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, you might as well buy a T-shirt if you're gonna wait.
Or
in line
at
the
that
whole time.
point, I mean, really, you know, but that just goes to show you how loyal their customer is, because if you really just want coffee, you could go across the street to another cafe or another
but
coffee shop.
it doesn't hit the
But-
same on Instagram if it's
you're
from
right.
across the street.
You're not at. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the name. You're not at ALD. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But overall, you know, I had fun, man. We got to check that out. Then went to the Basquiat exhibit, which was really dope. It was actually put on by his estate, which is what I actually really liked about it. Was his family was super involved in this exhibit. His sisters, and you know, there was videos where they interviewed his siblings, his nieces, and his nephew. And you know, they had clips talking about his pops and you know how proud he was of his son. And you forget that, yo, he died at like 27 years old or something like that. He was mad young.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was it, man. We got to do that, and then you know, I also went by. We got out of there, got some dinner. Went to see one of my man's Mel Peralta, who works at Foot Locker, who's moving to Tokyo, and and so it was a little going away party for him at the Sweet Chick in Long Island City. So we went out there and went and hung out with them, and yeah, man, good New York trip, real quick, but I kind of like that, man. Those like 14, 15-hour one night New York trips, you end up doing like so much. And I like that, man. So I was able to see a lot of people. I went by Scars, of course, go see my family over there, hung out with Scar. My wife had never had Scars before, so this was a treat for her, man. So yeah, overall New York she loved it.
Right.
She loved it. It's Scars is the pizza is dope, but they also have like a vegan Caesar salad. I'm not even a big salad dude. You guys know that. But man, that salad is fire. And their chicken parmesan sandwich is on point. So if you're ever in New York, make sure you check out Scars in the Lower East Side. Yeah, they got big things coming, man. I'm gonna wait for them to announce it, and then we can talk about it afterwards once that announcement goes out. But yeah, a lot of big things happening. Scars to me is my favorite pizza spot in New York. Actually, everywhere, I think. So yeah. How was your weekend, Rome? You were down at the beach, right?
Oh yeah, we had a good time, man. Friday morning, Silent Tom, myself, and Matthias. Well,
Silent Tom was on the road.
Wow.
Yeah, Silent Tom rode out. Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
And
okay.
you know what I'm saying? We got
what
down
about
to
Dream D? Dream D didn't go with you?
He didn't go. No. But because it was overnight.
Okay.
We were there 3 days. I think if it had been like one day, then he might have rolled. You know what I'm saying? But basically, we got down there Friday. We left pretty late. My daughter got recognized for something, so instead of us leaving at 10, we left at 3.
You mean like an achievement or something like that?
Yeah. So
okay.
I thought we were gonna be in traffic for 6 hours. We made it to Virginia with no traffic. We made it to Virginia Beach in 3.5 hours. No traffic at all.
You know what's so crazy? You say that because I was actually a little bit surprised by the traffic too. My wife was like, yo, we spent the night in New York on Thursday, and she's like, we got to leave dumb early Friday to get back because we had to get back in time to pick up the kids from school. She's like, the traffic is going to be crazy. We ended up leaving at like 10 a.m. You know what I'm saying? Woke up, got a bagel sandwich, got out, took our little time. No traffic. We were home by like 1:30.
Yeah, so very similar. Friday we just hung out. We hit the beach for a little bit just to see what was good. We then went to we met with Matthias when I got down there. No.
You got your toes out? No.
No.
You hit the sand, or you just went down to the strip?
Sand,
I didn't hit this. We stayed on the strip.
Okay.
Because we were DJing in Norfolk.
In the sand, bro?
Sunday morning I did, yes. But Friday night we DJed in Norfolk, which was tight. That? It was fantastic.
How far is Norfolk from the actual beach?
15 minutes.
Where we were was 30 minutes.
Okay,
do you have to go through the little tunnel to get to Norfolk?
No.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
Well,
it's
if you're coming from
if
you're coming from if you're coming from 95, if you're coming from 64 East, yes.
No, so I'm saying from your hotel. Like, did you
no.
Once you're down there, you don't.
No. Norfolk and Virginia Beach are on the same piece of land.
It's
when you're trying to go to Portsmouth,
Hampton,
and Chesapeake, Suffolk, and Hampton that are on different pieces of water. You have to take.
You got to go through the tunnel to get back out.
Yeah. So we did Friday night in Norfolk.
That just you and Matthias, or Tom got on?
Just me and
too?
Matthias. Yeah, Tom was just chilling. He was hanging out the whole night. We had a good time, man. We all got faded. It was a good time. Not stupid faded, but we were in a good place.
Like nice faded.
Yeah. Saturday we got up and
they got good food spots down there.
No, it's
like do some good breakfast spots or no?
No, just beach food.
Yo, went to Potbelly's.
He was eating like funnel cake for breakfast.
No, they have all those restaurants on the strip that are all the exact same thing.
I haven't been to Virginia Beach.
Like a diner or something like that.
No, it's literally like the same restaurant. They all serve the same food.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's very easy for them to make the same food. You know what I mean? So
how was the hotel you stayed at? Because
nothing
like
special.
Really?
We were just there to sleep. Like it wasn't like
Virginia
I mean
Beach got
every
to update this situation.
no, they got some fire once you go above 22nd Street, but it's like
Do you want to go above 22nd Street though?
not really because well
That's
no,
what
I'm not
saying.
22nd, like 30th. But the thing about that is the prices go crazy. You know what I'm saying? You start to look
Right.
at 479 a night. It's like, bro, we're in Virginia Beach. You know what I'm
No
saying? Like it's
Yeah.
not
bullshit.
that serious, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Saturday, Tom and I just got up. We kind of hit the streets. We went to see the new Thank You Gallery, which is the new spot that
Yeah, yeah,
Dodie
yeah.
and Eric opened. I mean, I'll be honest with you, it's probably the flyest space maybe on the East Coast. Like it's tremendous for as small it is. The products they offer, like the amount of homegrown stuff that they have, that's Thank You Gallery stuff, amazing. Amazing. Like
Are they
I
online yet, or is there like
I'm
an
not
Instagram page?
there's an
Let
Instagram
me
page. I
see.
don't know if there's online yet, but Instagram isn't gonna do the space justice. Um
Now I was saying
we
if they sell any of the products through like
Oh, I don't know.
Instagram or something.
I'm going back tomorrow, so I'm gonna load
Yo,
up
grab me a
again.
tea or something.
If I get down there in time, I got you for sure.
I'm a large.
I'll FaceTime you. That
Eric
was the problem,
Doty.
yo.
Let me get a
They
tea.
they're running out of. They don't have sizes. Like everything on the racks is like large and extra large. So,
Yeah,
um,
that's me.
yeah. But thank you,
That's the right sizes.
thank you, Gallery on I forget 315 Baskin. If you're in Virginia
315
Beach,
Laskin Road, Virginia
Laskin
Beach,
Road, Laskin
Virginia.
Road, Virginia Beach. Fire.
Yeah, thankyougallery.com.
The best store on the East Coast, and just a lot of thought, just a lot of just it's just a good vibe, man. It's dope to see Eric and Dodie
Yeah,
doing their
everything on the
thing.
website says
Are
out
they
of
in the
stock.
store?
They're in there on certain days, but like
Yeah.
they wasn't there obviously the day that I was there.
Yeah.
Um,
But the shop was open.
shop was open, so then boom,
Dope.
we brought it back to we met up with Matthias and his girl. We then went to the Commonwealth Virginia store.
That's
Which
a
is
nice
cool.
store.
It's a nice store. They got some
Which
different
I
things
did
to
not
work.
know was across the street from the Nike store in Virginia
Nike
Beach.
store is terrible. It was
It's like
so
a
bad
Nike running store or something like that, right?
for the most part. I mean, they claim to
Yeah.
get like shoes occasionally, but they
Okay.
had. I want to say they had. There might have been 8 customers in the store
Mm.
and at least 15 people working. It was like, bro, please. Like, I work
Yeah,
at
you
a
gotta
store.
relax.
I don't say anything to anybody. Like I tell people, like I'm not gonna say anything to you. They be like, I just came in to look. I'm like, bro, I wasn't gonna say nothing to you anyway. You know what I'm saying?
No
Like,
bullshit.
I said that to somebody. I said that to somebody today.
Bro,
He's like,
I was
bro,
not planning on talking to you anyway.
Right.
Dude
looking.
today was like, bro, like he's like, oh man, I just came in to look. I was like, bro, I wasn't talking to you. Like, man, we got you need something, let us know. You know what I'm saying? He just stuck on stupid and spent $200
my
on t-shirts.
God.
Nevertheless,
He was just looking and ended up dropping
just
200.
look and drop 200 on some t-shirts.
Yeah.
So
You are
and mind
crazy.
you, I will
Salesman of the
say,
year.
if you're in DC, Commonwealth is fully stocked right now. It's crazy all the stuff that's in the store right now. So you should check it out. Virginia store was cool. We all got like matcha lemonades, and Silent Tom bought a T-shirt, and then we was trying to walk around, but it's just like
You
an
bought a
outdoor
T-shirt
mall.
from Commonwealth?
It was weird, but but then we walked around for 2 minutes and we realized like this ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just an outdoor mall. It's like any other
Yeah.
outdoor
It's like a
mall in the
strip
world,
mall.
but just outdoor
But
mall.
it's like in a nice new area, I guess, of Virginia Beach, right, Rome?
Yeah.
Because the shopping center is all new. The cribs around there all look new. It's like one of those like planned development areas
Yeah.
that
Yeah, like a
they're
little
trying
island.
to build up in cities.
But it's like
Which I
across the
thought was
street
fly.
from
It's like
it's
Navy
across the
Yard.
street from the it's like
It's like Navy Yard, yeah.
Yeah.
it's like a D- Navy Yard. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah.
Hey, you got to work what you got.
Navy Yard is fly. I
Yeah.
was over there last week. Navy Yard is fly.
Yeah.
So then we went back to the hotel. We already went to dinner. Shout out to my man Ian. Ian is a chef down there. He owns a spot called Codex, CODEX_VA on the gram. And
Okay.
the food was amazing. If you're ever in Norfolk, Virginia, please stop by Codex.
American
it's on
food?
Granby. Yeah, it's on Granby Street. Fly soundtrack though, you know what I'm saying? A lot of Roots, Dilla, Madlib
Dope.
playing while we're eating.
Oh wow.
It's just Ian is actually partners with Larry OQ and Eric on their pizza venture. So
Wait, they
he's a
got a
good
pizza
dude.
venture?
Yeah, yeah. If you look
Interesting.
at
All right.
yeah. So
What's it called?
Lil Za.
Lil Za.
If you look at Larry's Instagram, they all put it up like
Zaza?
today. So
Okay.
um,
All right. That's
we
what's
did
up, man.
that. We leave that. We go. Oh, we go to Virginia Beach. We rock out. Bong. You know what I'm saying? Saturday night, we're on right on the ocean front. It was just black night. You know what I'm saying? It was just black night at the spot. They love reggae because we play at this place called Seaside, and the owner
Hmm.
I think only lets them listen to reggae when they're working.
Wow.
I
So you
love
So
it.
played a reggae. You played a reggae set.
I had played the extended reggae set. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah. I
I
like
played
it.
the. It was 11:40. Like yo, you got some reggae? I'm like yo, it's 11:40. They was like yo, last call's 1:28. Like we have to get it in when we can get it in.
Yeah. Get reggae in.
Got the reggae in. It was
You
cool.
let
I
the
had
Sean
everything.
Paul fly off.
I don't have the new, but I definitely had the classics. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
my reggae DJ training was always move through them records super quick, and they didn't want that down
They
there.
want them to. They want to play.
They want to get like I'm like who I'm like I've never heard the second verse of some of these songs, and I've had these songs for 15 years. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So we had to ease up on the quick mixing of the reggae. You know what I mean? But other than that, great party. I'll be back down there for Labor Day. Um, Sunday we drove back, and we were supposed to stay in the house. We were supposed to do nothing. Of course, we didn't. I got a call. Mitch, matter of fact, Money Making Mitch hit me, or Mitch.jp, I should say, he hit me. Yo, what we about to do? I'm like, bro, it's 4. He like, what you trying to do? Is 6. I'm like, all right. We're right back in the streets. DJ this kid's birthday party. Then we ended up at Solly's with this rapper, and then we ended up at Jimmy Valentine's.
Who was the rapper?
What's the rapper?
His name's Yeek, Yeek. All the kids love him.
Local
He's a nice
kid?
guy.
Local
No.
rapper.
Nah, he's from LA. He's a really nice guy. And so
Okay.
because he was there, and I know how big of a deal he is, like in that world, I
At
called Tom like
Sully's.
well, he was with this girl who pulled up to Sully's. And I'm like, yo, Tom, Yeek is here. He's like, what? I'm like, yo, bro, he's here. So he's like, I bet. Because
He started yeeking.
so we had just missed out on linking up with Chad because I was trying to link us with Chad while we were in Virginia Beach.
Chad Hugo
but-
from the Neptunes.
Yeah, Chad Hugo from the Neptunes. But
You were trying to
Okay.
link up with him.
yeah, I mean, Chad's my man. So,
Word.
you know what I mean? So
All right.
Chad,
All right.
Chad invited us to his house, and we were set to go.
Wow.
But then Chad's like, oh, it's my son's birthday though. So, and I'm just like, bro, we can't.
Chad forgot it was his son's birthday.
Yes. Like, so we can't
Chad,
crash your son's
come on.
birthday party. It's like me and 3 people you've never seen before in your life, and we're just like, oh, Chad Hugo's house, and your kid's over there having a birthday party. Like, it's mad weird, son. So we're gonna try that again next time we go down.
Did you?
but-
Speaking of Chad Hugo, did you watch his interview on Hot 97?
I hated every moment of it. I thought they set him up. I thought they
he's
set him up.
crazy, man.
You thought they set him up?
Yeah,
Okay.
because I felt like their line of questions was so basic and so sort of like, tell us about Busta Rhymes. Like, what do you like? What like?
That's what you got for him.
Yeah, but he's not that dude. Like, that's a Pharrell question,
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
With
yeah,
Chad,
yeah,
you need to
okay.
be like, yo, what was your favorite guitar that you? What were the guitars you played on Pascal?
He wants to nerd out a little bit. You
He
gotta
is a
give him, like
nerd.
super specific. Yeah.
What I'm saying, he is a nerd though. So you have to adjust your line of questioning. And then like the title of it was like this very interesting Chad Hugo interview. It was just like it wasn't cool to me.
It wasn't that interesting.
It was they played it.
Well, he wasn't.
what I'm
He
saying?
wasn't talking much in the interview, and I think maybe it had to do with maybe their line of questioning, and probably also plays into the type of personality he has.
No,
it
I've
seems like
been
he's not an introvert.
Nah, I've been around dude, man. Dude,
Okay.
Dude talks.
Yeah.
He's a regular person. They just had
But
bad
that's your man, though.
conversations.
That's why I think obviously you guys have a rapport and a relationship. So
Yeah,
he probably
potentially, but we
opens
had
up a lot more.
But we had to get there though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So even
You
in
had
the
to
earliest
talk
times,
to get there.
even
Yeah.
the earliest times, which was like when he was hanging out in DC with like Hip Hop Dan and stuff like that. It still
Yeah,
was
yeah, I
more
remember
like-
those days.
It was still more like you just got to talk about music. Like I can't talk to, you know what I'm saying? Like you're not going to talk to me about car repair. I know nothing
Right.
about repairing a car.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if you want to talk about DJing or whatever the case, 90s rap music, we'll talk all day. We'll be best friends. You know what I mean?
No
So
doubt.
I feel like the line of questions, and then what got ugly to me was in the comments. People are like, "Yo, mental health." You know what I'm saying? They tried to like say
They
like
made him
It's
look
so quick
crazy.
to,
the
yeah.
comments were just really whack on that post. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
That's
So
I
dumb.
wouldn't even read the comments.
yeah, I mean, it's just I was in that
Yeah.
I was in a multiple conversations that people were talking about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but nevertheless, with this kid Yeek, Tom's out, Jake comes out. We got a whole crew.
Who's
Bitch.jp.
Jake?
Jake is
Jake
Tom.
is foreign air.
Yeah, Tom's production partner. Jake is super dope.
Oh, okay.
He's like another Billy when it comes to being like a super talented musician.
Yeah.
Shout
He's
out
like
to
another
Billy.
Billy. Yeah, Billy and
Yeah.
Jake. So, boom, we shoot over to Jimmy Valentine's.
I've
It's
never
uh,
heard of this place.
It's a bar
Jimmy
on
V's like after
Bladensburg.
hours.
Yeah, so we go over there we go over like 12. It's Bladensburg Road, 15-year anniversary party. So all house music, but it's a really narrow spot. For your 15th anniversary, we were there for 30 minutes. It was like, all right, this is cool, no disrespect, but like, what's the next move? And somebody's like, I mean, Rome, you're the guy. And I was like, I don't want, I was like, I want to go home. But then the dude Yeek was like, man, is that another vibe? Like, can we hear some rap music? I'm like, hear some rap music? I'm like, you trying to turn up? And they was like, we trying to turn up.
What night was it?
Sunday. Made 2 phone calls. You know where we ended up, baby, right? That
Mhm.
good Abigail Sundays.
Oh man.
It was ugly outside. That line was ugly. They was hitting cats for 80 to get in, right? I'm like, bang, I walk away 8 people.
Let's go.
Right. I hit both managers, one of the owners. I'm pulling up. Let's go. We walk in, boom, straight to the table. One of the owners says, Rome, whatever y'all drinking, let me know. He's like, y'all can have whatever you want. I said, we got whatever you want. He's like, whatever you want. I said, let me get 4. I said, let me get 4 shots of Clase Azul right now, off the rip. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's get it popping. Because like, a couple folks wasn't drinking. Let me get 4 waters. Then I see one of the managers. She's like super cool. It's the homegirl. She's like, Jerome, what are y'all drinking tonight? I was like, what can we get? So you want a bottle of rosé? Like, let me get a bottle of rosé. Bang, right there, makes people move out the way. Bottle of rosé. The kid Yeek is looking at us like, yo, who are you guys? Like, you know, it's what we do, right? So we in there turn. Mind you, Silent Tom is still with us. You know what I mean? Silent Tom is still with us.
He's loving it.
This is what we do.
We're outside. You know, Jake is with us. We had a nice little ragtag group. We was Benetton. You know what I'm saying? It was full Benetton.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay.
The next day, we had our party at Flash with Toki Monster, which ended up selling out, which was really dope.
What's Toki Monster?
She is a artist. I believe she's from the West Coast, but she's a producer, DJ.
She draws the crowd.
She drew. I mean, she helped us sell a joint out. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And she had some Virginia ties. I believe she had some family in Fairfax.
Okay.
So they were able to play on that, and it really just assisted in us selling out. Great time. You know, we're at Flash. The sun is setting. She's playing the right tunes. Vibes on vibes, as they say. The vibes were very proper. So I would love to be able to
That's all house music.
dance
right?
music. Dance music.
Okay.
We
Nah,
can.
yeah.
We are able to deviate from the 128 BPM sort of,
Yeah.
and just play more so black dance music, right? So I mean everything. I think we started with
That's
like,
a thing.
you know-
Black dance music.
Hell yeah.
oh yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
I mean, there's not too many like white dance music.
But you know what I mean, like
I thought all
like,
dance music is for the most part white music.
no.
Kind
no,
of.
no, 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 no.
So for our
No.
instance, it's like we will give you those K-Tronada sounding records, and
Like
everybody
all that
likes to
old
dance
like
to this.
Detroit, Chicago house music. That's all black.
Listen, I played that Inner City, Big
Yeah.
Fun. Oh my god,
Yeah.
it was so crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, what? So you know, we were able to start off with that. Just met a lot of new fans, and we rocked out with this woman, Bridget DJ is her name, and she's phenomenal.
She's local or she's
She's local. No, she's
Word.
local. She is phenomenal. I was so impressed by her.
You gonna do things with her?
If we stay in that dance music lane, absolutely, because she was
Yeah.
really, really, really good.
Yeah.
And then that was it. Other than that, man, it was a great weekend for
Do
Darling
you
Nikki.
do you enjoy playing that kind of music?
I love it.
Because you play. I mean, not that you play the same all the time, but like you either play like for like a streetwear backpack hip hop, or you play for like the ratchet, dirty, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Smoking
for
weed in the
sure.
club. So
For
like this is
sure.
probably like a nice like break for you and
It's
Matthias. Like
incredible.
obviously, Darling Nikki, you could do whatever you want, whatever format you want to follow. But like following like specific like dance music only, it's got to be like a nice little breakup for you.
Incredible. It's the
Yeah.
best. It's because these songs that you're not known for playing or you don't get
Right.
the chance to play that
Or if you like
often.
blow people's mind, we're like, damn, bro, I didn't even know you liked all this
But
shit.
some of it, so a lot of that is that too, and some of
Yeah.
it is just seeing people's minds. Like you play "Dance My Pain Away" and everybody goes crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
I feel like dance music is like less forgiving for the DJ too. Like you have to know how to DJ to play dance music. You can't
And-
you can't
yeah.
bullshit if you play dance music.
and you got to let the songs run. There's no
Yeah.
quick mixing. Like
Yeah.
I said, "Dance
And you
My
have to
Pain
know how to
Away."
mix. You have to
Yeah.
really know how to mix. Like
Mhm.
you have to know how to mix.
So we're not allowed to use computers at
Yeah.
Flash. You have to use CDJs with the you know what I mean. So it's like you're back on records. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you're
And
really
so
DJing.
You're really DJing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But like
I
you
love
know,
that.
so you know, it was a good weekend, man. It was one of the ones that just like you know, I think people don't know DC holiday weekends are incredible. I've
Yeah.
already seen flyers for July 4th. I've seen flyers for Labor Day already. You know what I'm saying? Like people don't understand DC holiday weekends are where you make your money as a DJ. You start on Thursday, you play till Monday.
Just
You know what I'm saying?
hospitality in general, you're gonna make
Yeah,
your money on
for
those
sure.
weekends.
So,
Yeah.
season 4,
I went
episode
by,
4.
I
Go
went
ahead,
by
bro.
Barcode on Sunday night for the museum. Had their 5-year anniversary celebration. Shout out to those guys, and Barcode, of course, owned by my brother Taz. Man, I ended up hanging out there for a while, man. That was a nice vibe in there too, and of course, our guys, alumni of the show, Mohammed and Greg were in there, twisted, having a ball. They'd been there for hours.
Yeah.
I was only planning on staying for a little bit, ended up staying for a lot longer than I anticipated. But yeah, Barcode got that vibe too, man, because I really like the outdoor area of it too, that aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it's at night, the sun is
Yeah.
not out. It's just more like it kind of gives me like a cookout vibe, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then there's still, of course, you go inside and the table section's going crazy.
It's a full on
and-
club.
yeah, it's a full-on club, but you can really have your own little section outside as well.
Yeah,
and,
you can
and really
separate it.
relax and if people are smoking hookah or you're smoking cigarettes or whatever, you know what I'm saying, have a drink out there. It's more relaxing, and inside it's just completely turned up.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, of course, I ran into a lot of people I hadn't seen in a while, and it was holiday weekend, so everybody was out, man. I did not make it to Yums this weekend though, which surprised me.
That's probably a good thing.
It is a good thing because I thought about it, and that it's now been like 2.5 weeks since I've
Damn.
gone to Yums. So this weekend I'm probably gonna make that up and treat myself. I'm gonna treat myself on Friday. Get back to it.
You have a
But
date already.
the weather, it's getting hotter and hotter. Today was like 93 degrees. Yesterday
It's about
was
to
like
cool off,
95
though.
degrees.
It's about to cool off.
Supposed to
Yeah.
cool off?
Yeah, cool off though.
It's-
It's gonna be in the 80s all next week, starting tomorrow.
Wow.
Matter of fact, yeah,
I'll take it.
80s.
I'll
Dips
take it.
down. So, I mean, I think
Yeah.
that the thing about I don't really think not Nando's. I'm gonna say Nando's. Yums isn't bad. Like everything is. It's like it's not bad. It's just
Nah, it's bad.
it's two things
pretty-
though. One, it's the
pretty
time.
bad.
It's the time you eat it.
Yeah.
That's probably not too good. And two
Well,
is just like as long as you stay on a caloric deficit, bro. And I mean, you burn so many calories on a daily basis as it is.
Yeah, I mean,
It's-
you can afford to eat it.
You
once
can
every 2
afford to
weeks.
eat it. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. It's just when you eat it.
Yeah, I think it's also when I eat it, but also, I mean, it's probably not real chicken, right? Like there's got to be
Or
some lot of,
real
like,
cheese.
but I mean, you could say that about any of these fast food places, and I don't know. Yums is my only fast food that I really go to. So, yeah, and I mean, I'm trying to limit it as I'm getting older. Obviously, yeah, I am working out, I am running, I am burning those calories, but I think health wise, I gotta cut back a little bit more than I.
How many
I
how many days a week were you eating Yums in your heyday or going out every night?
every day,
You were eating Yums every night.
7 nights a week. Yeah. All right, so maybe not 7, but
A good
5.
5
Yeah, a good 5. I was out every night
for a good 5 years or 6 years at least.
for a good for 4 years, I was out 7 nights a week.
And
So,
eat
and I
yums
was
five
hitting it.
nights a week.
Yeah, I was going to it fairly almost every night.
And same thing every time.
Now I have deviated. My palate has changed. I started
Okay.
out with the steak and cheese,
Okay.
um, and then I did go to the wings and fried rice. I did the wings and fries with mambo sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I did the burger sub.
Burger subs
Um,
fire.
yeah, and I did the
Cheeseburger
fish
sub.
sandwich. I did
Fish
the fish
sandwich with
sandwich as
cheese.
well. It's fire.
That's my shit. Fish sandwich with cheese.
Yeah, and then I landed
Well, make up your own shit.
on the chicken sandwich, on the chicken fillet sandwich.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, man, it's you can't really go wrong at Yums, to be honest. Like everything is hitting, and I actually even did the Chinese food for a while.
See,
I
I
did
don't like the Chinese food there. I like everything but the Chinese food.
yeah, the Chinese food is my least favorite.
Yeah, which is
But
crazy.
I did some lo mein in there, some noodles. You know what I'm saying? I'll do that,
Mm.
and but the General Souls with the rice, it's also the most expensive thing, but also it's not like my favorite shit on the menu.
It's too sweet for
So
me.
the sandwiches are dope. You can't go wrong with a sandwich from Yums.
I feel like
I'll say that right now.
they got smaller too.
The chicken
They
sandwich
they
definitely got smaller.
they changed their bread.
No, the half used to be like a good
A
7 inches. Pause.
Yo.
The half used to be that big, and now it's a good. It's like 3 to 4 inches. Pause again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has gotten smaller, but I guess that's what it is.
Probably for the better also.
I'm gonna be there this weekend. Come meet me out there.
Season 4, episode 4. What's a podcast? Shout out to our guys road podcast. So I'm heading out to Arizona in 2 weeks to
Okay.
partake in there's a DJ retreat, speaking on a panel about starting your own party. I was essentially given the honor to speak on the panel and suggested to by my guy Crooked. Crooked is the homie. He's just he's my dude. So Road Podcast recently had a conversation about Beyonce and A. Marie and kind of who stole whose sound first. And whenever you mention Beyonce on the internet, you're taking a chance at being attacked by the Beehive. I'm not sure. Beehive. They're being attacked. They're being fully. It's a full Russian invasion on.
Yeah, I
the
mean, you
Road
can't fuck with the
podcast
Beehive.
right now, you know what I mean?
Listen, I listened to that segment of the podcast, and they made some really good points. They made some excellent points, and the timeline of what they were saying. Listen, it kind of adds up if you think about it. A. Marie,
I
don't
think
know if
you know what I
she's
think it is
originally-
more.
what
I think it's a Rich Harrison thing. I think it's all
Well,
the
yeah,
songs that Rich Harrison produced.
that was one of the connections
So-
they made. They said,
Yeah.
A. Marie was I don't know if she was discovered by Rich, but she was Rich Harrison's artist. Rich is a local DMV dude from here, and he created this sound for her, and when she came out, and they actually even showed like clips of her first video and then the Crazy in Love video and that walk, and even the outfits are kind of like similar.
Yeah, but they don't. The
So-
artists don't really have much control over that.
I know, but I think they were also more so speaking to the sound that Beyonce kind of created, and that sound was like a Rich Harrison type of sound, right? So
exactly.
she tapped in with Rich Harrison and got that same sort of sound that might have been reserved for A. Marie. I don't know.
I mean, he was working with
like,
he was working with Destiny's Child too. Like even before Beyonce was solo,
yeah, but what was he giving them? Destiny's Child wasn't the A. Marie sound. It was he was giving them a Destiny's Child sound.
Yeah.
Right. So
I mean, maybe it's
think
just
the
a Rich
confusion.
maybe it's a Rich Harrison sound.
Well, Rich Harrison can kind of do anything based on the artist. Like if
Right.
he's working with Destiny's Child, he's gonna make a sound that kind of goes along with what they're known for, which is
Right.
what he created for A. Marie. And then what the Road podcast is saying is that sound somehow transferred and kind of became Beyonce's sound. Um, listen, I mean, there's people who've passed on songs and have regretted it, and those songs have ended up being a smash. Can you say that if anybody else had made that song, was it going to be a smash? There's no way to really tell. Probably, maybe not. It
Or maybe
also
not.
depends on an artist, right?
Well, I think a
Uh,
lot of what they're saying is this the sampling of old records. He initially started that with Beyonce. He made songs for A Marie, which her song came out in 2002, her album. The
mhm.
first song is Why Don't We Fall in Love, right?
Hmm.
And Talking to Me. Both of those are bangers still to this day,
Yeah, hits.
very hits, right? But that style of production wasn't what Beyonce was. I mean, what A Marie, you know what I'm saying? That wasn't what Rich Harrison was known for.
Right.
He gets to '01, Crazy in Love comes out, and he makes that banger with Beyonce, and it's like, oh,
Crazy in
okay,
Love
now
came out before A. Marie's album. Is that what
Nah.
you just
no,
said?
no,
Oh,
what I'm
Nah.
okay. I
saying
was the
is
other way around.
he,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but the album he did for Emery didn't have that style of production on it with the sampling of that record. It was
That's not what
different.
they're saying, though.
I'm looking at the timeline of his production right now, though.
Same.
Yeah.
He's being credited as 2002. Amory's album comes out with Why Don't We Fall in Love, which to this day is still like when you hear that song, summer's arrived.
For
That's how
sure.
you know summer's here, right? 2003 is when Crazy in Love comes out,
Right.
right? I don't.
Dangerously in love.
One thing doesn't come
The
out
album.
till one thing doesn't come out till '05. So I think what the Beyonce fans are saying is she had that style of production from him first. So how could Beyonce be stealing her style? You know what I'm saying? And the thing about the Beyonce fans though is they think differently. It's a mob
I mean, you
mentality.
can't steal somebody's style when it's when the producer wrote the song for it to sound like that.
I don't we might get attacked if we hashtag this properly.
I mean, you could,
Um,
though, Eddie. You could be like, yo, make me something that sound like that.
Well, I mean, if that's the case, then for sure. But I don't
but
think that's
I don't think A Marie said that to him. I think he said that to A Marie. He's like, yo, listen, I got these other records that are about to be crazy. And again, what people aren't speaking about is that one thing was a Jennifer Lopez record.
yep.
She Amory sang it. The record label gave it to J Lo and wanted her to sing it. The only reason why one thing became Amory, she leaked it to radio herself.
Mm-hmm.
She leaked it to the mixtapes. I know her. I went to school with her sister. Her sister Angela is a really powerful music attorney now, music industry executive, and it's well known that Amory was like, "Yo," because that's why J Lo had "Get Right," the song with Fab,
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah.
one thing, because she didn't get one thing, so he had to make her a "Get Right" to make up for the fact that she lost one thing. So there's a lot of information, misinformation. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't really matter at this point. We're arguing over 20 plus year old, 15, 20 plus year old records. I mean,
Right.
Rich Harrison made Soldier for Destiny's Child. That was a huge record. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just the Road podcast just dipped into the viral place. And that's where they live though. That's
Leave those
good
guys alone, man. They're good
good for
dudes.
them. Good for them. They're
But
great dudes. I'm gonna see Crooked
they
in
were
two
they were
weeks.
getting killed online. The shit was bad, hilarious. You know, the comments, I think, got
They're
pasted.
probably loving it though.
I mean, they're taking it all in stride, but Crooked's commentary on it, like, yo, should I cancel all my gigs for the weekend? Am I gonna get attacked? Was hilarious. I was dying. Yeah, no, those guys are good for them. I think it got reposted, not on the Shade Room, but one of those like not a gossip blog, but one of those type of joints, right? So, and I think that's what really where it picked up steam, and kind of took off from there. So, uh, yeah, I mean, I think you could make the argument that Beyonce uh, might have and probably Rich Harrison encouraged it, like like, yo, I can get you this sound, and it would be a good look for you. So I think the argument could be made on both parts. Rich Harrison, come on the show and clear this up, man, or get on the Road podcast and go clear it up. I just saw Rich's brother, actually, Ron. I just randomly ran into him Saturday,
That
after
barcode.
not seeing. Nah, I saw him just out and about. And shout out to Ron and of course to Rich as well.
I mean, Rich is only a year older than me, which is crazy. I just found that out through the Googling situation.
Wikipedia, John.
Yeah, Wikipedia. Yeah, but I mean, I think that again, man, like Crazy in Love was such a mega smash
Yeah,
amongst the pop world, but
yeah,
one thing wasn't too far behind either. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, when you put Jay and Beyonce on a record, you especially back then, it's
yeah.
gonna go crazy. But A. Marie coming off of Why Don't We Fall in Love, talking to me, and comes back with one thing, strong 1, 2, 3 right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think Jay and Beyonce was just the right formula for real like pop success. You know what I'm saying? I
For
think
sure.
I think that were they even a couple at the time, or that was like the beginning, right? We
Yeah,
didn't
Nah, they
know
no,
they were a
definitely.
couple, right?
Nah, they were.
nah, they
Oh,
were
they
dealing
were?
because that was 03 because I think they kind of formally announced it in like 02 on the Blueprint too when they did the
Okay.
Me and My Girlfriend when they remade that
Yeah.
record. You know
Yep.
what I mean?
Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah, that was
Exactly.
that was terrible.
Yeah, I
But
did not like that at all.
yeah, but
We got to come
shout
out and
out.
talk about that song one day and how terrible it was.
It was just a bad song. It was corny.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, um, so I mean, shout out to Road Podcast. Those guys are just doing their thing, man. Season 4 episode. Is it for episode 4 or 5? I forget. I posted it so late on the gram this week because I was busy doing something else. I may have been stating this wrong. So this is
People are
season.
fucking
This is
with the
actually
podcast though. Listen, our numbers are going up.
yeah
I
season
don't know, I don't know if it's
season
our
4
it's season 4, episode 4.
episode
Episode
No,
five.
5 5
episode
5
5.
5
All
5.
right.
Yeah, yeah,
Four,
Or
fast.
five.
episode 164. Um,
Whatever
but yeah,
works.
no, our listen, emails have gone up. Um, we really need to get our intern Dakari to get in here and respond to a lot of these things,
You know what I
and
mean?
even engage with the folks on YouTube, um, and some of these DMs and things like that. But listen, we're open to sponsorship now. Our numbers are
Open
kind
as
of hitting
fuck.
that level where we can start talking about that. So, what's our email address? What's a podcast contact at
Listen,
gmail.com?
Yep.
shout out to D. Weave,
Okay.
consistent commenter on the YouTube. He
Shout out
says
to
another great pod, fellas. Salute. LeBron sponsors men's and women's basketball. This is in response to our conversation last week about Jordan Brand, Howard,
yeah.
Curry, all that. We have another consistent commenter. Shout out to A Beautiful Mind, The Beautiful Mind. Excuse me. They say people think that I'm crazy when I say that all colonized countries that are in debt with those countries that colonized them should get those debts completely erased. The international court should look into this, but obviously they would never do it because it's not in their best interest. All these crazy loans that these greedy African leaders have taken on should have never been allowed because the
Yep.
countries that loans them the money know very well that at those interest rates, those debts will never be repaid,
That's a fact.
which is a fact and
That's a
very good
fact. And
information.
yeah, and that was in response to our conversation we had about Haiti owing the French government these millions and billions of dollars from after they won the war and kicked the French out. Uh, and it's not just Haiti. This is going on even in African countries today, up to this day,
That's
where they
crazy,
have to
man.
pay back the countries that try to colonize them. British
That did
government, the
colonize
French
them.
government that did colonize them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, listen, shout to everybody, man. The world is crazy. There was another shooting at some hospital, something like that, a
Hospital,
few hours ago.
Tulsa, Oklahoma. There was a shooting
Jesus.
in Los Angeles at a high school. I mean, this is just a new American norm, unfortunately. The crazy, not crazy. It's unfortunate, but the thing to me is you see a lot of this in these red states, though. It's the places where gun control people just are so insane. I mean, obviously, I know California is seen as a blue state. I saw somewhere today where somebody said California is a red state. It just has three really big blue cities, and that put into context sort of how California is seen.
I think that's
One,
what New York is like too.
yeah, just a
New
city,
York
just a
is just
city.
New York City, and then the rest of
Yeah,
the state is
The
red.
rest is crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
they did. So speaking of New York and the rest of the state, they did. The dude that killed the people in Buffalo, he was charged with the hate crime and domestic terrorism.
He killed all the kids.
No. This Buffalo killed all the
Oh,
black people.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
in the
So rest in
supermarket.
peace. In the
Oh, yep.
supermarket, rest
That
in
shit
peace.
was
He was charged as a
with a
domestic
hate crime.
domestic terrorism and a hate crime, which means like, I mean, he never wanted to get out of jail anyway, but
He
he'll
never
They
never
should
is
get.
give
gonna
him the
get.
Yeah,
needle.
they should just
He
give him
should get the
solitary
death sentence.
confinement.
Nah, that should not. It's worse to like be.
Actually, they should just put him in gin pop
Yeah,
with
let him.
and just let him get what he
Yeah,
deserves. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
yeah.
Like, I mean, I think a lot of white dudes feel like in jail they become like part of the Aryan nation, and that'll protect them or something like that. But in this case, man, leave homie with the with the black dudes, man. Just let him get what he deserves because that's
They
just
gonna
not.
get. Yeah.
It's just not cool, man. So, season 4, episode 5 with the podcast, we now are on the right path to success. Um, Supreme Futura drops tomorrow, 11 a.m.
Oof. Oof.
I need the decks, but I'm not gonna trip.
Is the
I
decks
need
a
the
set, or
decks.
you got to buy? Are they 3 separate ones?
That's a
How
good
does
question. I've
Supreme
never
do
bought
it?
decks
I'm
before.
not sure. I bought them back in the day, and you could buy separate ones. So I don't know how it works nowadays.
Should be a set.
I just need to know what's the best way to like click on the app. Like if I gotta go to 3 different ones, then the chances of me even buying one
It's not gonna
is
happen.
gonna decrease, right? Because I
Yeah,
need
why don't you
if they need to have it together as a set so I can do add to cart and check out Apple Pay real quick.
Why
Yeah.
don't you call Sky?
That would be the nah, I don't have, for one, I don't have Sky's phone number. And
You're
2,
bugging.
I'm not friends with him like that to hit him
Well,
up for
I mean,
something
I'm
like
just
that.
saying he works directly with Futura. Like
Yeah, he's future
he's a
manager.
manager. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, I just feel like
I'm
he might
sure
as
there's
well.
a million people hitting them.
Yeah, I mean he has. I do not have that sort of relationship with Homie.
I just was putting
Respectfully,
that out
yeah.
there. It was a very I feel like that would have got the job done.
It was a long
Relative
shot.
ease, yeah.
It's a
You know what
long
I'm
shot.
saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Other than that, the Supreme Future stuff is cool.
The
I
teas
mean,
are dope too. I
yeah,
think the
the teas
teas
are
are
cool.
fire.
I mean,
It's
listen, it's
kinda
tough
like
to
the
follow.
It,
It's tough to follow
it's the
Malcolm
same.
though.
No, you're right. You're right. But how happy are you that you Malcolm shirt that we were able to hit on that Malcolm shirt?
Oh yeah, forever.
Extremely
Forever.
happy.
You
Yeah.
are you keeping
Yeah.
that shirt, Rome?
Yeah, I'm wearing
Hell
it
yeah.
until the next
Are-
Million Man March.
Hell yeah. I'm wearing
they
it to
have
the
one.
next function. I'm wearing it to the next Darling Nikki next week Wednesday. That might be my outfit.
You should save that one for the Commonwealth Party on the 16th.
Wait, there's a Commonwealth Party on the 16th? Is that
About to be
confirmed?
Crazy, confirmed.
All right.
What's the
All
venue?
right.
The warehouse. It's gonna be a banger. A little something
Oh,
in the water action.
that's something in the water week.
Mhm.
All right. All right.
Ooh, okay.
But we got a Darling Nikki banger that weekend too, and then we got Darling Nikki one year the weekend after that. It's just fantastic.
It's a
Do we
lot
got we
happening,
got
man.
plugs or something in the water yet?
We do not.
I'm
yet.
going tomorrow.
Uh,
I'm going tomorrow to secure mine.
What's
You
tomorrow?
got us, or you
gotta go to
don't?
Virginia Beach.
You're on your own.
Oh, you trying to secure it with Chad?
No. I got some other opportunities that
I mean, you should hit Chad up. That's a shoe in right there.
not so much, but we won't talk. We'll talk about that after the air, off air. You know what I'm saying? But
I'm trying to get the Supreme Futura collab tomorrow, though.
it's
I'm
all
trying to get
good.
on that.
I hope you get it. Nevertheless, Eddie sparked the day. You know what I'm saying? He was like, "Yo, did y'all hit on the twos?" And I think there was a bit of confusion because I wasn't sure.
I didn't even know they would
Dudas.
drop today on
Yeah,
Monier's
so-
website.
The Monier Jordan 2s dropped. And I'm very like, I don't know, because I feel like
they're my
Everybody-
least favorite Amanya Jordan collab so far.
I feel like the 2 was supposed to be kicked off with Virgil, obviously, and he passed away. And I feel like that sort of cramped the plans of this whole 2 resurgence, right? And at the same time, I'm just like, Monier consistently gets this credit for like telling the story and the story of this. It's like sometimes you just gotta put the shoe out, bro.
Yeah.
Just put the shoe out so enough people can get it, so that you don't have these problems. Like to me, if you're successful with your shoe release, somewhere should have got those joints. You know what I'm saying? They could be your competition in your own town, but you're not tripping because you know the streets need them. Like, what's the point of holding on to the product so tightly that the people in your own city can't get them? And DC's a small city
That's
compared
because
to.
he's not from here,
I get. I'm
and the
saying.
people that work in the store are not from here,
I get what you're saying, bro. So
so they
that's what I'm
don't care.
saying. That's why I think people's awareness of this shoe dropping was a little less than everybody else because it's kind of
Yeah,
like, what's the point? You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
I mean, I don't
He
like him
didn't do like
anyway.
a. They didn't drop in the store, did they? Was it an online thing only, or did they actually drop at the
I just saw
Monier
him on the
store in
website.
DC?
I saw
Yeah,
him on the website.
they probably did like some sort of raffle type of joint at the store,
Yeah,
and and you know what? I need to go to the store. Actually, I just got put in touch with one of the kids working in there, so I'm gonna go holler at him and see what's up.
yeah.
I wish you the best with that potential opportunity, and I want to
Nah,
see
it's
you
not an
shine.
opportunity. It's just one of those like, yeah, I'm gonna just go back in there
I just want to
and
see you
see what they talk
shine.
about. Yeah.
You know what I mean? See what they talking about. Because I think I'm lost on that one. There is a conversation though. Okay, our owner and founder James Whitner joined somebody for the Soul podcast. Listen to the conversation as they dive into the importance of your airness, storytelling our realities, and the journey of understanding your impact. All of
He's
that
on
is
what?
tied into the release of a Jordan 2 that you can't get. I just don't understand, people.
Yeah, I'm good.
Like it's just the okey doke. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we
I mean,
talking
you
about
always
here?
you're not gonna make everybody happy. You're never gonna have enough pairs where everybody and their mother's gonna be able to get one.
That's
You know,
also true.
I think that's the flip side of that coin. Um, you know, I think another way to make it like what you just said, another way to make it a little bit more fair is like you said, give it to other retailers, like give it to us somewhere, give it to other retailers throughout the country so that it's getting out to people in different ways, not just through your method of releasing. I
For
think
sure.
Right.
that makes things a little bit more fair and easy. And even if not everybody gets to eat, you know, there's
It's still
still a
accessible.
better. It's still accessible
Yeah,
outside of just your method of releasing.
yeah. To the
Uh,
masses, it's accessible.
yeah, but
And that's
if you're saying, "Yo, I gotta have enough pairs to make the whole world happy," first of
Nah,
all,
nah, nah,
that's
nah, nah.
never gonna happen. Like
Nah.
you're never gonna be able to satisfy everybody.
I
But I
mean,
do think I do like
no.
the idea of other
I I
retailers except
I
you getting that shit.
I disagree with that completely. And the reason why I disagree with that is because people feel like people's ego feels better if it sells out. If you make it limited, it makes it seem like the product just went out the
mhm.
door. When in reality, you didn't make enough to meet
Yeah,
any sort of demand. So it's a false sense of whatever you want to call it. My thing is make 100,000 pair, then really see what happens with your product. Is it as beloved as you want? Is your marketing as good as you care? Do people care about the storytelling
Yeah.
aspect of your impact?
Nah.
None of that matters when you got 100,000 pair. When you get 10,000 pair, oh yeah, we sold out, blah blah blah. It's cool.
Everybody
You know what
wants
I'm
to
saying?
listen to the story. They want to
Right,
get a pair.
exactly. Look, boom. I just watched the
I watched that shit
the
yesterday.
30 for 30 on the N1 mixtape.
Shit was dope.
30 for 30 on the N1 mixtape. You had to buy a shoe to get the
To get the
mixtape.
tape. Yep.
People didn't even care about. They sold 200,000 shoes the first month that they put the mixtape out.
Yeah.
yeah.
Everybody was happy. So for
Yeah.
people to say, "Yo, you can never satisfy," everybody, nah, that's not true, family.
Well,
Because
my the only reason I said that was, I mean, they made a million pairs of the Concord 11s, and it's a million pairs, bro. And there's still people unhappy because they didn't get a pair.
and
That's
again,
the
but
point I was trying to
that was
make.
what the two. When was that?
Two,
2021 or something like that? Like
2014,
2019,
15,
something
or
like
something
that.
like that. I mean, it
Cool.
I mean,
happens every year. Like
I think the Concord 11s have a larger audience than I'm on your
Exactly.
twos.
I'm
Exactly.
just saying, like you can never
But
make
I hear what you're saying.
everybody happy.
You can
You
never
can
make
you
everybody
can make
happy.
100,000 pairs, you can make 10,000 pairs, you can make a million pairs.
But
Like when's enough enough?
we just said 200,000 people had everybody happy. It's a cultural phenomenon.
Yeah.
People, it was 20 years ago when that mixtape dropped, and they
Yeah.
ran a whole hour documentary, which they sped through last night. Because
Yeah.
technically, that joint could have been about um, 3 or 4 different
Episodes.
episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot they didn't touch.
That shit was
but
dope.
it was very dope. And that's what
I
I'm
didn't
saying.
even
When
know
you
it
hear,
made it on TV. I actually
I
just
want to
started
watch it
listening to
again.
the podcast, the audio version of it.
dog, it was
I need
just
to go on TV and watch
The
that.
video version is better. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, of course.
the video version is cool, but you're just gonna be upset if you remember that time because you're like, man, they skipped over so much stuff and so many people that were just like, I mean, Twitter was on fire last night. It was like watching The Last Dance again. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
But I promise you, like if you give people the product and if it's genuine and it's something that they really want in their
They
lives,
gonna subscribe
they're
to
gonna
it.
subscribe and buy it. The
Yeah.
limited model is just whack, and then for them to be like, yeah, listen to the podcast, the blah blah blah. Family, what are we doing? Like even if I listen to the podcast, then what happens? If I don't get it, do I feel shortchanged? Am I
Right.
not complete? Is my
Right.
impact? I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm just throwing these questions out there in general. Is my
Yeah.
impact not great enough because I don't get the sneakers? Am I supposed to just be inspired by your words, but then when I see your shoes, like it's such a weird sort of like bullshit take on the culture, so to speak, that it's just kind of like I need y'all to do better, family. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just get the people the product. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you want people to have them. And everybody has different ways of doing anything, but say all that to say, the N1 mixtape 30 for 30
It's fire.
was incredible.
Yeah, you gotta watch
I'm
that
about to
shit.
watch it
Oh my
tonight.
goodness.
Yeah.
It's on ESPN Plus if you got ESPN Plus. Um,
I do not. I don't think so. Maybe
I
it's on
think that's
demand. I think they all come on regular ESPN.
Yeah.
they were saying it was available on the ESPN Plus immediately after last night. So maybe double check. I don't know.
All
You
right.
can find it.
You'll find it. But yeah, listen, shout out to everybody. I thought some of the I don't want to let's just not ruin it for you, Abdul. We'll talk about it next week
Yeah, no,
because we can
let's
talk
let me
about the
watch it
whole
and then we
thing.
can talk about
Yeah,
it.
yeah. So
But speaking
season
of
4,
James
episode
Whitner,
5.
speaking of James Whitner, there's also a picture that leaked of the Ama Manier 4s,
Those
which
are dope.
listen to me. I mean,
Those are the best
I don't
ones.
know. To me, that's the best one he's done.
So far,
it's
yeah.
better than the 3.
Way better.
I think that's how I'm gonna rank them, and I think right now it's the 4, 3, 1, and then the 2.
Yep.
In my estimation, that's how I have his collabs ranked. And he also had an Air Force One collab. Actually, now I think about it, and that's in there somewhere in the middle as well. I think it's below the 3 for me.
Yeah, I think so too.
The
I don't really
4,
like.
the
I don't like the
3.
ones that much.
I
And
just
I
feel
love.
like
I love.
he
I
could've
love
gone-
ones, but I don't like his
I
ones
think
too much.
he could have gone crazy with the ones.
His
and-
ones have like the flap. Doesn't it hang like a
No.
high top dunk?
No.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. I don't know what you're talking about. What flap? He does have a low and high. There's 2 of them, but they both look the same, except they're just the cuts are different.
I'm looking at him.
Hand
right now.
washes the cold or something like that. I think was the
Yeah.
name of the shoe. I think I ranked that under the 3. So it's the 4, the 3, the Air Forces, the 1, and then the 2 for me. But I'm definitely looking forward to these Manier 4s. If mock-up even looks like close to what the pictures that leaked look like, I'll be happy.
Yeah, the mock-up's fire.
Season 4, episode 5. I have not seen the mock up, and I'm probably not going to trip off of it. So obviously, sort of, following up on Abdul's experience at the Hirshhorn function,
Yeah,
he locked in what Cause and Infinite
locked in.
Cause and Infinite Archives dropped a t-shirt
Cause is my
today.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean Chad's my guy, so Cause your guy.
yeah.
I mean Chad
Who's
really is
Eddie's
my
guy?
dude, though.
Nah, I think you have a
Gabe.
stronger, way stronger relationship with Chad. And I had a quick little 4.5 minute conversation with Cause. But
Cause,
yeah, no,
Cause and Infinite Archives put out a T-shirt today. I believe Infinite Archives is the retail arm, and maybe I think it's the retail arm. I don't think it's the art gallery. I think the art gallery has a different name. But
yeah,
Kid Easy,
Easy Otabor, Nigerian West African brother, who has based out of Chicago, worked at what's Don C's place in Chicago. What's the RSVP?
RSVP gallery.
RSVP
Listen, he's
gallery.
an alum of RSVP, and also, has one of the few um, black-owned art galleries in Chicago, which is called Gallery Anthony, named after his father, and also the owner of Infinite Archives. Yeah, just had a calls collab that dropped today, actually. Listen, if you are still um, if you're just listening to this, you can go check on infinitearchives.com and see if it's still available. But all of these are going towards supporting the Astor Gates and Rebuild Foundation. And so all the proceeds from this will be going to a good cause. But, the foundations of underinvesting in neighborhoods and incite movements of community revitalization that are culture-based, artist-led, and neighborhood-driven. So good cause. The shirts are fire. I got on there. I grabbed one. I got myself the white one, and I'm thinking I kind of need the black one too, man. Honestly, so I think after we're done recording here, I'm gonna have to go online and go grab the black one as well. But yeah, listen, shout out to Easy, super super good dude, and I just love what he's doing, man. It's not a space where we see a lot of us in, and the fact that he's one of the few that's leading charge. I love to see it. I just need to see more people of color, more black men and women doing their thing in art, because
Oh yeah.
they can be real leaders in that field.
I think the thing about it though is we have the interest, we have the talent, but it just comes down to
Yeah,
the business side of things. You know what I'm saying? Like it comes down to potentially making the sacrifice of an artist and becoming the business, the brains behind it. Because opening an art gallery is not the easiest thing in the world.
for
And
sure.
I think
Yeah,
and I think for people who don't live in DC, we are super blessed because 98% of the museums in DC are free.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you're part of the Smithsonian system, so it's like, I mean, my daughter and I go to the museums all the time. It's just an
Yeah.
yeah,
amazing experience. You know what I mean? But I think that's the thing about it is we have the talent and we have the interest in art. We just need somebody like Easy, who just said, "I'm gonna open the gallery." You know what I'm saying? Instead of trying to open a club or trying to open
yeah.
something of that nature. You know what I'm saying? And but Easy really is out there too. He's in other countries. He's really making it
No, he
happen
lives the art life for real. Like he
for
really
real.
fucks
Yeah,
with it
yeah,
heavy, and he's well respected in that community, which is says something for him as well too. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Because it's not easy to break down some of those barriers with legends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like people like Cause and Futura and Todd James, and all these people are OGs, and Easy is a relatively young dude, and for him to um, have those sort of relationships and break through some of those barriers is really important. It shows that
and
it can
now
be done.
let's be honest too. Easy has the relationships though, right? He is
Yeah,
Chicago
yeah,
Hall of, but he should so he does have a step up
yeah,
on the average person just trying to get in the game, right?
Yeah.
He was Don C. Virgil affiliated, so that means
yeah.
that you
Travis
might
Scott
have,
affiliate.
so you might just have to work just a little bit harder to get where he is. But if you have the
Yeah,
desire, you're gonna get there.
It
You
can
know what I
happen.
mean? Yeah, for
yeah.
sure. Um, Season 4, episode 5. What's a podcast? Um, the Eric Costin was spotted skating the wear test, Nike SB times Jordan 4. Um,
Wow, I didn't see that.
yeah, he
Yeah,
posted a
it's
clip.
on Nice Kicks.
Well, Costin posted the clip. It didn't say nothing about
Okay.
it. He just posted a clip of him doing like
Well,
some
he
sort
already
of.
had he had a Nike. He already had a Jordan already.
No, no, no. What I'm saying is he posted the clip and was just
Yeah.
like, just he didn't say
He's
nothing about
skating
it.
in the Jordan 4s, the SB
Right.
Jordan
But
4s.
he when he posted the clip, he's just like he just did a trick because
Yeah,
I saw it, I liked it, but he didn't say nothing about the shoes per se.
yeah,
And then I think the internet sleuths, as they do, realized that those were wear test Jordan 4s, and now the comments are just a bunch of people interested in the the Nike SB Jordan 4, whatever the case may be. And then Ivan Jasper put up a post, a video of him
What
and
did
Virgil
he say?
skating. Huh?
Oh, okay. In Jordan 4s?
Yeah, it's been some video from 10 years ago where him and Virgil used to skate before the Watch the Throne shows.
Okay.
and there's video of him skating Jordan 4s in like some random arena, a couple hours before the show started.
There's like
So,
crazy like pictures of like Jimmy Garecki skating in military blue fours.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, everybody has, I mean, I never thought it was a skate shoe, but I mean, I think it's pretty dope to see people rocking with them
You,
now.
I was gonna ask that because I've never, and I'm not from that skate community, and I'm only from the outside looking in, and I've never, or maybe I haven't, just didn't notice, but the Jordan 4 is not the shoe that I see a lot of kids skating in, and so I was a little bit surprised by that being the next SB venture, um, SB and Jordan venture. But listen, I mean, who am I to say? I'll be happy either way. That's a Jordan 4 is one of my favorite Jordans
Same.
silhouettes. So if they had put a SB twist on it, I'm gonna go for it either way. But just speaking of just from a skate perspective, I did not know that that was a shoe people skated in. But if you're saying people like they were
It's like
have
a
been
black
spotted, and
cat four.
that the one that Eric Costin is skating in looks like a Black Cat 4, but they
Yeah.
said that's just a weird test model, so the colors could change. The
Yeah.
picture that we saw on the internet that has Nike SB on it was actually the bread fours was the picture. Yeah,
So that I mean, I think that's
That's Photoshop.
That's a Photoshop.
You know what I'm saying?
it's a
But
Photoshop.
so I just looked at the post from Costin. All he said was
Uh-huh.
stay hydrated. So the initial comments are all from skaters like, "Oh, your favorite
But
trick."
that doesn't even mean that there's a four collabo coming out.
No, no, no.
There's
Hold on.
definitely a
That's
four
what I'm
collab
saying.
coming out.
What I'm saying is that is Costin's just like stay hydrated. That's all he says. And all the
Mhm.
skate dudes are like, "Oh, this trick is crazy." Blah blah. But then it's all the sneaker dudes who come in later down the line who are like,
Yeah.
Jordan 4, the eyes, nice kicks is commenting, et cetera, et cetera. So, I just think that uh, they still need to do, a proper Jordan 1 black and red skate shoe, like the Chicago one.
They did it.
I don't
No,
recall. Did they do it? They didn't
Yeah,
ever
they
done a
did the one where you
proper.
can rub it off.
the
Oh,
Lance
nah, that's
Mountains.
not.
That was
Nah, I'm talking
yeah.
about like straight up Chicago 1 Jordan
Oh,
SB.
Chicago one, not bread.
Yeah, that's the one that would kill it for me.
Yeah.
And like I just think that we'll see what happens, man. Costin is the Nike dude. In his late 40s, he's still going. He's still making it happen. So, season 4,
They,
episode 5.
that
Go
that
ahead, Abdul.
shoe is definitely happening. And I had a conversation with somebody who's at, I won't say at either at Nike SB or Jordan, but um, they definitely they confirmed that the shoe is happening. So
Oh.
that is coming out. I just don't know what the colorway is going to look like. I hope it's not the Black Cat 4. Um,
I love
Well,
the
they were
black cat.
saying what they were saying though is that a lot of the wear test samples are all black
Yeah.
in
okay,
general.
I'm
So
happy
it
with
could
that.
be
That's
any
cool.
it could be any shoe. Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
read through the comments a bit to kind of come to that conclusion. Um,
Either
shout
way,
out
that's
to
exciting.
shout out to our guy, um, God's favorite DJ Clark Kent.
Okay.
He just posted the New Balance
What?
991, the New Balance 991s, I believe they are.
The
They are the
ALDs?
new ALDs. Oh,
Oh
those
my
joints
God, he
are
got
so
those.
fire.
Clark, size 9. Come on, man.
Uh,
Yo, these are fire.
So the ad for them is crazy,
The ad for them
right?
is crazy.
All the gear, all the soccer related gear is insane. ALD is just, I mean, obviously, if you've never had the in store experience, I haven't been to the new store. I never got in the new store. I was outside of it, and I went to the old store. But the new store is like
Yeah.
Abdul said, it's insane. The new store, like to me, the only thing in DC that resembles a new store is like, from an aesthetics perspective, it's like late diplomat. You know how it kind of hugs the whole corner, and it does that. It's like,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying? Like
It
late
kind of gives
diplomat.
you a very European
Same kind
vibe.
of
You feel
vibe.
like you're sitting outside of a cafe in like Paris or something like that. And people are walking by, you're just having a tea, having a conversation, people watching. That block has to be the best block for people watching in New York City, in Soho, I think.
Oh yeah, it's
Um,
amazing. It's
I love it.
amazing.
I love it.
I actually, you know what?
I could sit there all day.
there's another spot. There's another spot in New York. I think it's not Crosby. It might be Lafayette. It's a spot called Jack's Wife Frida. I don't know if you guys have eaten there.
Oh
Eddie, you
yeah,
might have
yeah,
ate
yeah,
there.
yeah. Walk past it.
That's their new one. Their new one has a very European, Parisian
Yes,
kind of feel where they just
yes. It's
hug the
packed all
whole
the time.
because it's the coolest place to be in New York besides the ALD.
Yeah.
Jack's
That
Wife
makes
Frida
sense.
is like
They're like a block away from each other, or something like that.
Jack. I mean, it's very sceney. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
very sceney, especially where that one is. There's another one
yeah.
that's I think a little bit more on the west side. That's a little less. It's a little less sceney, a little less to be seen. But Jack's Wife is just
Um,
popping, just like ALD is.
Yeah,
You
she's
know?
fire.
yeah. We need those New Balance 991s. I think the tag on them is 275. But
Woo! Oh my
Clark just posted. Yeah, I mean that's kind of like been the price for made in England New Balances from beginning. I think people are might just not have realized it, or they feel like they're getting taxed. But New Balances, the made in England joints, have always been that expensive. Uh, you talked about the ad and giving that sort of like soccer and hooligan movement thing, like that's what they were kind of going for. And ALD actually just used one of my favorite young players for their lookbook. I think it is for the New Balances. He plays for my favorite team, Arsenal. Saka is on lookbook for ALD right now. Bukayo Saka, who plays for Arsenal. And yeah, I think that whole made in England shit is just overpriced. Not overpriced, but it's appropriately priced. It's I really want that. The color Clark posted is I like the other color a little bit better. The one with
I
the
like the other
green.
color better too.
Yeah, but they're both fire. But if I had to pick one, I'm gonna take the green color over that curry color.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but
I'm not tripping
991
off. I'm not
is
tripping off neither color. You give me
I'm not paying 270 for a pair of New
the
Balance.
crazy part about it is the one is the post before when you see a lot of Englanders sort of upset in the commercial instead of using like a UK song, they use the instrumental, the shook ones.
Mm.
I mean, shook ones is appropriate for anything, man. Fuck out of here, England.
Yes, I
And
do
it's
respect that.
instrumental.
Yeah,
I think if they would have used some crazy Goldie
like
jungle from 1995,
Like
oh,
Skepta.
Nah, not skeptic. Like, give me some Goldie. Give me some classic. You know what I'm saying? Give me something that's like, you
England.
know,
The fact that y'all are trying to disrespect Mob Deep like that makes me angry. All right,
That's facts.
just go sit down.
Even Alchemist is in the comments, like he said, and the winner is. So he's not tripping. He's not tripping.
Yeah.
It's
No, but
crazy.
I did see a lot of my friends in the UK repost that they really liked what ALD did, and they said everything kind of was what was kind of spot on. Essentially the people that they used kind of looked like they were real British hooligans. The cars in the video, like it was very detailed and kind of done right, so to speak. My guy Magdi, who owns Archive DNA, reposted it. My guy King of Trainers Franklin reposted it, and yeah, all of them were very happy with it. And those guys to me are the people that I look to in the UK if I'm trying to get some sort of consensus on how the streets are feeling out there. So yeah, the
It's all
Mob Deep shit
good.
was just icing on the cake for me, man.
I wasn't
I
mad
love
at it.
Mob Deep. Yeah.
But
Me too.
nevertheless, all right, real quick, we're gonna move through. Oh, this last one is Air Trainer ones.
Oh my God.
I seen them in the streets. Streets are loving them out in DC.
Yo,
You got
Hey.
you cop Jerome?
Of course not. No,
You don't fuck
Jerome,
with
you
him?
need to get those. Listen to me.
no sir.
I don't tell you to get sneakers, and I'm telling you that this shoe, the comfort level, the the quality on them, the look on them, how they look on my feet, I'm enjoying all of them. I think, and they're not pricey. So
I
I
like the
think,
blue and red ones too.
but when those are dropped in Europe, they're not here yet.
Oh, I thought
I'm
they were
definitely
already
gonna
here.
grab the. Nah, where'd you see them at?
I saw them online somewhere.
Oh, okay. I heard they're only in Europe right now. They're coming to the US soon. The US release is coming. Jerome, grab those. B. It's going to be a good look. The Air Trainer ones, I don't care if the chlorophyll green is off from the original.
It is
I don't,
off. It is off.
I don't give a fuck. Them shits are fire. And you don't have to go up half a size. It's true to size. Did not my pinky toe was not squished, nothing like that. The leather on them, the suede on them is soft. You can still strap it and it does not squeeze your feet in.
It doesn't kill your pinky toe.
Nah, it doesn't kill my pinky toe. I got a size 9. I was really nervous because obviously I was buying them online and I did not know whether I should get a 9.5 or a 9. And I tried them on and I wore them for 3 days straight, bro. Yeah, you just sent me. And clothing is based in the UK, bro.
Yeah, okay. Well, you can get them now online.
I just wait. That's just. I mean, you're right. I could get them now.
Yeah.
And clothing doesn't tax you for shipping either. It's pretty. It's like $10
Like
shipping.
$12
And
or something. Yeah.
You get them quicker than if I order from like the West
No,
Coast.
no bullshit.
You get them shits like 2 days from the UK. It's kind of crazy. Jerome, get those Air Trainer ones, bro. You won't be disappointed.
I'm not in that place right now. You know what I mean? I actually went to 95s. I just saw a dude the other day who was going somewhere. A dude hopped out with a fresh. Oh, Tom and I in Virginia Beach. So some dude hopped out with a fresh pair of neon 95s. I was like, oh, those are.
Was it Malice?
No. We were at the rest stop in Virginia. I was like, oh man, this is a.
I got a pair of those on ice.
Me too.
Not on ice, but like I wore them a couple times. They're not like
me too.
They're nice.
They're fire. They're nice. Yeah. You're right.
I don't try to wear them too much because they get blown out.
I'm about to bring them out. Summertime with the shorts on.
Yeah,
that's a beautiful shoe with shorts on.
I'll tell you.
Yes, it is.
Season 4, episode 5 was a podcast. We are now saying, what is Abdul watching?
Man, I'm gonna get to that 30 for 30 on the mixtape and the And One mixtape. That's for sure. That's on my list of things to watch. I just finished this series on Apple TV called Slow Horses, and it was sort of like
slow horses.
Yeah, Slow Horses. It's like one of them like spy type of shows. It's based in the UK. It's based in London, and their version of the CIA MI5. And listen, it's just one of those mystery criminal drama shows. It was really, really good. And I just started watching Bosch. I've talked about Bosch. It was a series on Amazon Prime. Very, very, very good. They just revamped it on this new thing called Freevee, which I think might also be part of Amazon, but it's called Amazon Freevee. And they have a new series on there called Bosch Legacy. I just literally started the first episode before we started taping. So I'm going to continue watching that. And not a whole lot, man. That's about it. This Is Us is done. You should go watch that. If you have never seen it, go start on season 1, episode 1. Thank me later. And yeah, that's about it, man. I feel like eating some milk and cereal right now.
What's the podcast?
I'm gonna have a bowl of cornflakes after this.
I'm still listening to the Kendrick album. It's fantastic. I really, really.
A lot of people were saying it does not have the same sort of replay value that they thought from the first listen.
It's not commercial at all. It's a challenging listen, in my opinion. It makes he's not trying to entertain y'all as much as he's trying to inform and educate y'all. That's my opinion. So I think that's why the replay value is a little lower.
Okay.
But
you know what does have good replay value? That Pusha T. I'm still listening to that.
Push is good. Push is on tour. We'll see what that tour hits for. You know what I'm saying? I actually listened to Daytona earlier today. Still fire. It's still really fire.
Where's he playing here? Fillmore?
He's not until the second leg of his tour. Yeah.
The second phase of the tour. He will be here for Something in the Water though.
He will. Yeah. I'm not even sure about that though. It's just so much going on with Something in the Water. So
I'm a little bit curious as to how that layout is going to be, man. They say Independence
I think it's going to be a mess. It's going to be a mess.
Yeah. Independence Avenue, for those that don't know, is just a 4-lane street, which is wide enough to be a street, but when you're thinking about a concert,
when you think about a festival,
it becomes a very narrow street. It's long and narrow. And how they're planning on fitting in different festival stages on Independence Avenue is puzzling to me. I listen. I run past Independence Avenue almost every day when I go running. So leading up to something in the water, I will be out there at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. So I will keep you guys informed as to what's gonna be where. You know what I'm saying? If
Yeah.
you need to go stash some drugs the day before, I can tell you for listen, sign up to the Patreon and I'll give you guys the best places to go stash your drugs the night before. All right, that's gonna be on our Patreon episode.
Um, real quick before we get out of here, we want to give a shout out to our guy. We want to give a shout out to our guy, Uncle Scooty. He just announced his birthday cookout function. It's going on the 16th of June. So if you're in DC for something in the water, pull up. I'm DJing the opening set for that. So that should be
Okay.
fun. I always
All
like
right.
to play early. I just set the tone that it's tough for other people to get to. Plus, I can always leave early. And that should be a good time, man. Darling Nikki, 1 year, June 22nd. If you can come to DC, we'd appreciate that. Darling Nikki, something in the water function, June 18th. Man, I mean, there's so much going on. I got Miami next week. Two
Damn.
nights
Where
down
you playing at
there.
in Miami?
I'm playing at 1-800 Lucky on Thursday, and then Friday this place called the Urban, which should be fun. June is up for me, man. So this is a month that I usually cake off pretty well, and this looks like no different. I just got hit up to do a disco party. I just got hit up to play out in California, Bay Area. Haven't been to the Bay Area in 25 years, maybe 30 years. So I'm super excited about trying to get a couple days out there, and things are looking good for everybody, man. So shout out to my guy, always available. Hashtag She Were Eddie.
Peace, yo.
My man, Don't Charge Abdul.
Cheer. We out.
DJ Jerome Baker Third. Make sure you check out What's a Podcast.live for our previous episodes. YouTube.com/What's a Podcast for the videos. And we're out. Peace.
Peace.